I got a really delicious smelling buffalo chicken pizza from Pizza Hut today, so let's take a look at it. Now, I was a little bit skeptical because this is my first time getting the buffalo chicken pizza, but from the little bit of knowledge I have from their buffalo wings, I have a feeling that this is going to be really good. So it comes with banana peppers, and I added extra buffalo sauce as a base, and I put extra chicken, and there's also onions and bacon. This is what's going to make this pizza amazing and kick it up a notch. So this is Melinda's creamy ghost pepper wing sauce. I've had this before, and I usually like to put it on my sandwiches, like my hoagies from Wawa, but I think it's going to go really well on this pizza. So the best way I think is just going to be to drizzle this on. And I've been playing a lot of pizza making games on Steam lately. So I know now that you got to start from the outside and make your way in. But I think that looks pretty good. Maybe I could use a little more over here. So there's that. I also have this Melinda's ghost pepper regular sauce, which I'll try a little bit later. But for now, let's just go for this piece and we'll get started. All right, cheers. That's amazing. So like, not only is it immediately spicy, but I can still taste the chicken through everything, and with the extra chicken and with the bacon, it's really like texturally interesting. The buffalo sauce on its own, I don't think it's very spicy at all. I can't taste too much of it except for that little bit of vinegar. But for this next slice, I'll put on the regular ghost pepper sauce. This one is more saucy, and it doesn't have any of that like dairy or creaminess to it. So we'll try this. And along with the banana peppers too, it kind of, it's just a very vinegary pizza. But I like a little vinegar in mine. Wow. I feel really lame for like reacting like this. But this is just a way brighter version of the creamy version of the sauce. This one, they're both really good in their own way. So on a regular basis, I would probably always keep both of them in my fridge. All right, now we're gonna get a little crazy. We're gonna put both of the sauces on. And then of course you can't have a buffalo wing or a buffalo whatever without a little bit of ranch on it. So let's do that. This one I'll put on ranch. Oh, and I did not open this. Dang, 1 sec. All right, here we go. This one I'm gonna put on ranch. And then for the next slice, I'll put on this Ken's Steakhouse chunky blue cheese, which I prefer with my buffalo wings. But take a look at this. I think this is going to be better and more balanced. So like by itself, all together, maybe a little too vinegary, you know, like a briny, sour type of flavor. But then you balance it back out with some of the creaminess of the ranch. It like cools it down a bit, reins in some of the spices. Now it is starting to get to my nose a little bit, but we're gonna keep going. All right, let's try out this Ken Steakhouse chunky blue cheese. I've actually never had this before, but I think that it'll be a good experience. All right, that looks pretty good. That one is a lot, actually like surprisingly more blue cheesy than I would have expected. It almost tastes like something that you'd get at a restaurant for like a dipping cup of blue cheese. All right, I'll do one more slice for now. And for this last one, we're gonna put it all together. And while I do this, let me tell you a funny story about what happened at the grocery store. I think it was just yesterday. There was this guy and I'm guessing his girlfriend or spouse, you know, his significant other. And they were at the barbecue sauce section of the store and they were looking at the Stubbs barbecue sauce. And for those of you who don't know, I actually did a video and I reviewed two of the Stubbs barbecue sauces, the original and the sweet heat. So they obviously looked like they were trying to decide which one to get. So I don't know what happened, but I am usually not that talkative in public, but I kind of go up to him and I'm like, hey, have you ever had Stubbs before? And he said no. And for some reason, I just felt like giving my recommendation. I was like, the original is very tangy, maybe a little too tangy. What you want is the sweet heat one, because that actually has a really good balance between like savoriness and sweetness and vinegariness. And I think that they went with my recommendation. Now, I don't know what it is. It's like my YouTube persona just came out in real life. And I felt like I was like some sort of authority on food. I don't know what, but if they took my advice, I hope that they actually like it because I don't want to ruin their night with whatever they're trying to do with barbecue sauce. And just to make it clear, I'm not an authority on food at all. Although I will say with that Stubbs barbecue sauce in particular, me and my wife both like the sweet heat version better than the original version. So there's some merit to that. I don't know. How would you guys feel if some random Asian dude came up to you and told you which barbecue sauce to buy? I might take my own word for it. If I didn't know myself, I'd be like, that guy looks pretty jolly. For some reason, he's always smiling when he's talking. So, yeah. I think that I'm a pretty trustworthy guy. So, if anyone ever sees me in public, definitely do take my opinion. I promise I will not purposely try to steer you wrong. But yeah, now the heat is starting to get to me. This was actually the spiciest buffalo chicken pizza I've ever had. So it's probably pretty accurate to say that these two sauces did really well. If you want to try these sauces out yourself, I got these at Walmart. Now it's not at every Walmart because I had to drive to like the far away one to get it. But you know, you can check the website and see if they stock it. And it's pretty good. Or get it on Amazon. You know, Amazon has everything. All right, it was a good time saucing up this pizza and eating it too. So thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.